Dr. Yug has testified that had the robbery occurred after 1:50 a.m., then the moon having set at 1:45 a.m., it would have been too dark for Klein to recognize the perpetrator. But Yug acknowledged that the moon was full enough to provide considerable light before it set. And we have conclusively shown that the robbery occurred between 1:15 and 1:30 a.m. So there was enough light for Klein to make a reliable identification. And then
All right. So what is our conclusion?
there was enough light for Klein to make a reliable identification.
Yes. And what is the prosecutor's reasoning for that?
Because of Dr. Yug's testimony where he testified that had the robbery occurred after 1:50, moon having set at 1:45, it would have been too dark. And then he acknowledged that the moon was full enough to provide considerable light before it set. And they've also shown that the robbery occurred between 1:15 and 1:30.
Yes. Okay. So we know that the robbery happened between 1:15 and 1:30, and we know that after 1:50 a.m. it would have been too dark.
Dark, yeah, sorry.
For sure too dark after 1:50 a.m.
Yeah.
What do you think that just because it happened between 1:15 and 1:30, it was light enough for us to make a reliable identification?
No.
Why not?
Because there could be clouds, there could be weather, it could be different where Dr. Yug is versus.
Is the moon like a light switch?
What?
Is the moon like a light switch? Like
No.
it's light enough and then it's just dark enough? Like light, dark. No, so at 1:15 to 1:30, while it's not for sure completely dark, then couldn't it be getting dark and like getting darker where it's still not good enough to see?
Yeah, it could be different where Dr. Yug is, right, than where the robbery happened, I guess.
Yeah, or like it's not like all of a sudden at 1:50 it's just too dark. But I like it. There could be other things that are impacting at this time what is allowing us to see the light. All right, so go ahead and start with A.
Klein may be mistaken about the time of the robbery, and so it may have taken place after the moon had set. No.
No, because we're saying that there was enough light.
Yeah.
We're not mistaken about the time. We have
They're not talking about time.
What?
They're not really, like, the conclusion isn't about time, they're talking about light, right? So
right, and we have to take premises as true. And so we have to it conclusively show that the robbery occurred at this time. And so that's not the flaw is not that it wasn't at the right time.
Okay. The perpetrator may closely resemble someone who was not involved in the robbery. No, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Excellent.
Klein may have been too upset to make a reliable identification even in good light. No.
That doesn't mean that there's not enough light, right? Like it might not be a good identification, but that doesn't prove that there wasn't enough light.
Yeah. Without having been there, Dr. Yug has no way of knowing whether the light was sufficient. No.
Okay. Do you want to? Okay, why not?
But I still want to keep this one. I like this answer.
Okay, let's keep it.
Okay, I really like that answer. And then during the robbery, the moon's light may have been interfered with by conditions such as cloud cover.
So let's go back to our conclusion, which is that there was enough light for reliable identification. Which one of these is most likely to weaken the idea that there actually was enough light for Klein to do this?
E?
Yeah. And so D is saying that without being there, Dr. Yu has no way of knowing. Well, just because Dr. Yu doesn't know, does that mean that there wasn't enough light?
No, that is, yeah.
So there still could have been, and he just doesn't know. Where E is directly attacking the amount of light that actually could have been available at that time.
Okay.
And so that's why it's E.